Last week, New York City Council Speaker Quinn made the triumphant announcement that St. Vincent's Hospital would be converted into a billion-dollar luxury condominium and townhouse complex. I say triumphant because for over 2 years now, the billionaire Rudin family have been waiting for this moment, and Speaker Quinn has been just as eager to give the Rudin family this piece of happy news. The Rudins had donated $30,000 to Speaker Quinn's political campaign, and Speaker Quinn needed to give the Rudin family something big in exchange for all that money. So, by giving the Rudin family the sign-off on the zone-busting real estate development deal, Speaker Quinn finally made good by her wealthy campaign contributors.
Well, you've taken $30,000 from Rudin and his family on the books. Did you take any money off the books?
Incorrect, ma'am.
Actually, $30,000 is correct. The combined donations of Beth DeWoody, Madeline Johnson, Eric Rudin, Jack Rudin, Catherine Rudin, and William Rudin do add up to $29,700. It's clear that the Rudin family are the winners in this deal. But let's look at who are the losers. The people who live in the Lower West Side of Manhattan are the losers. In a medical emergency, there is no full-service hospital or level 1 trauma center for people to go to save their own lives. After St. Vincent's Hospital closed, everybody who lives in Speaker Quinn's very own city council district shared the same fear, namely that people were going to die trying to get to another hospital during a medical emergency. Because we all know what traffic is like in New York City. Where before, St. Vincent served as a full-service hospital and level 1 trauma center for the entire Lower West Side of Manhattan, now, sick and dying people were going to have to ride in an ambulance all the way to either Beth Israel, New York Downtown Hospital, Bellevue, or St. Luke's Roosevelt. One day, I was passing out flyers across the street from St. Vincent's, and sure enough, I caught a Beth Israel Hospital ambulance stuck in traffic. I mean, look at this.
This building here.
All of this is going to be becoming luxury condominiums. Everything. And look, here's an ambulance. Where is this ambulance going to go? What a disgrace. The closure of St. Vincent's has been so painful to the community of the Lower West Side of Manhattan that this one issue has become a focal point for protesters who have rightly raised their voices to question the integrity of Speaker Quinn. Speaker Quinn has accepted $30,000 in campaign donations from the Rudin family, and bloggers are asking, is there a quid pro quo or pay-to-play deal taking place between Speaker Quinn and the Rudin family? What makes the community question Speaker Quinn's integrity? A subcommittee of the City Council held a hearing earlier this month, and hundreds of people turned out for the last chance to give public testimony in opposition to the Rudin condo conversion plan for St. Vincent's. Senior citizens, members of community groups, business owners, and healthcare activists showed up at 8 a.m. for the 9:30 meeting in order to make sure that they got a chair for this meeting. But the City Council deliberately staged the hearing in a small room which held a capacity of only 40 people. Again, bloggers demanded that Speaker Quinn hold a truly public hearing so that all people could testify. We need a comment. Are the people going to be allowed to testify?
It was a public hearing last week.
That was not a public hearing.
There wasn't a public hearing.
200 people being
stuck
locked
in there.
out is not a
They
public
didn't have
hearing,
anybody.
Speaker Quinn.
The applicant always testifies there for the agency in every land use hearing.
With all due respect, how can you be honest? Be honest with us.
And they will vote against you, Christine Quinn.
That's how democracy works.
And in case you were wondering, this is what it looked like outside the so-called city council hearing, where about 200 people had been locked out. Mind you, this is Speaker Quinn's idea of what democracy looks like.
Let us in! 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 Let us in!
Because Speaker Quinn runs a slush fund that influences the way that the entire city council votes, very few politicians and business leaders dare to criticize Speaker Quinn. One exception is Tom Allen, who is running for mayor in 2013. He witnessed a lockout of senior citizens at the city council hearing.
They were letting in union workers before people who've been waiting outside quietly online. This is not democracy, this is a sham.
The outrageousness of what everyone now refers to as a sham city council hearing triggered a press conference where a prominent doctor activist criticized the St. Vincent's luxury condo conversion plan and all the other hospital closings that are taking place right now across New York City.
Hospitals should be located on the basis of human need and not on the basis of corporate and real estate greed.
Yes. Woo! Even famed civil rights attorney Norman Siegel spoke out against the unjust way that City Council stacked the meeting in Rudin's favor.
Rudin spokespeople had all members of the committee present to hear their position. By the time the opponents spoke, there were only 2 or 3 of the 11 council people or their representatives present. Not fair, wrong, and suspect. This is not what democracy looks like.
Going back to the community's fear about having to endure longer ambulance, response, and transit times, the New York City chief of EMS promised to provide statistics that are specific to St. Vincent's, but he never delivered those statistics to the community.
You can go to our public website, www.fdny.nyc.gov, and you'll go to vital statistics, and they're there. However, if you're looking for data specific to this particular community board, I'll turn it back to the chair, who can reach through Roger Montesano and Caroline Kretz and those fine people, and we can give you the reports that you can share with the constituents.
Later, the EMS chief was asked to explain a comment he made. He described the closing of St. Vincent's as a geographical nightmare for New York City EMS. Can you explain what you meant by geographical nightmare?
Geographical nightmare is simply a comment that says, if there was something here on the west side that's no longer here, I can't go here anymore, I have to go someplace geographically close that has that particular designation of a stroke center or a STEMI center or a 911 receiving hospital. So that's what I meant by geographical nightmare.
The closing of St. Vincent's and all the other hospitals that have closed in the recent years, and those hospitals that are now being targeted for closure by William Berger and his latest austerity mandate from Governor Andrew Cuomo, is creating a geographical nightmare for many other communities. The only people not noticing are politicians who are enabling billionaire real estate dynasties to make hundreds of millions of dollars from the luxury condo conversion of our hospitals.
That's how democracy works.
No, this is not how a democracy works. Rather, this is how an autocracy works. I mean, look at this.
This building here.
All of this is going to be becoming luxury condominiums. Everything. And look, here's an ambulance. Where is this ambulance going to go? What a disgrace.